Hello, I'm Ruby Johnston, and I'm here to talk with you just a little about the ACE study. That is a study that is referred to as the Adverse Childhood Experiences Study. It was conducted by Kaiser Permanente and the Center for Disease Control from 1995 to 1997. In the study, it identified factors that were traumatic for children. There were actually 10 significant factors that surface that begin to be a predictor of an adult child moving to adulthood, that they could have some serious health problems. When we look at those factors on the child's side, those factors include neglect, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, and that the child felt unloved by their family and their parents. On the adult side, the family side, we were looking at domestic violence, mental health issues, drug and alcohol issues, looking as well as incarceration, and as well as separation and potential divorce in the family members. So when we're looking at these 10 factors, the CDC and Kaiser Permanente were very clear is that these factors lend towards some pretty serious concerns for children as they're growing up and potentially eventually for us as adults who've had some of those factors. In the study identified to have 4 or more of those factors put you at pretty high risk of some issues of well-being and challenges to your well-being. That's kind of scary. But what they also said is that one of the most effective ways of trumping this study was to build resilience. And children who have resilience are more likely to have that mitigate some of those particular outcomes that we just talked about. We see those outcomes as being school performance issues, socialization issues, behavioral issues, etc. For the adult, we see health issues and we see even the potential for early death. Now, 4 or more, that's possible for any of us. I've had 7. That's what I really want to tell you about, is that I've had 7, and if the predictor is early death, I want to tell you I've passed the early death stage. And I have to say, why is that? It's because somewhere along the way, I built resilience. You're here today because you've built resilience. You're moving into this training because you have resilience. So if you've had some of these factors and you are looking at this study and you're saying, what does this mean to me? When you come to the training, we're going to talk more about this. But let me tell you what the factors are, those protective factors. Number 1, it's building relationships with children and even for ourselves. When we have good social connections and healthy relationships, we're building resilience. Another is to have a sense of purpose with our faith, with what we do, and that we have a real clear picture that what we're doing is important, and we have a sense of that importance and a sense of purpose. Number 3 is that when we have people around us in our family that have demonstrated resilience, it gives us sort of that life skill message and skill building opportunity to actually look at building problem-solving skills, building self-regulation skills, all protective factors as well. When we look at, as well, having supportive people around us, family members, friends, that are just there, that are supportive, giving you some unconditional positive regard, respect, and love. Another protective factor, an important one, is that we live in places where we have opportunities, we can do things, we have a healthy community, and we connect. We connect to people, we connect to activities, we connect to learning opportunities. Essentially, this is what you're doing coming to the training that you're coming to and our trauma training. We're going to spend time looking at the ACE study, and we're hoping each and every one of you will feel empowered and encouraged to walk out of the training knowing that you have just learned, number 1, what's given you the resilience to be strong, to trump that ACE study, and how we can take those particular factors, those protective factors, back into our families with our children and in our programs, and we can begin to implement strategies that begin to help them to mitigate the ACE study outcomes by building resilience. We're looking forward to having you. We are blessed that you've signed up. We are so excited to be able to serve you and to serve you well. God bless you, and thank you for joining me in this little video.